Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to those who are across the pond uh, and catch this whatever time you catch it. Um, Welcome to the stream. We're getting into it. So, this is the first game of the playoffs. We had the first week bye, so divisional round. Here we go. Now, if you remember correctly, on the last one, I bumped the prices. Yeah, bumped the prices on tickets. Shoot, it's playoff time. You won't pay that amount. Sorry, sir. But, yeah. So I bumped ticket prices up. Uh, let's get after them. We've already beaten them twice throughout the season, so let's see if we can pull a third. I mean, we made it to the playoffs, so it's the number one team in the NFL with the number one defense.
Madden football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The action is only moments away, and it's all up next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Today, there's an NFC fighting storm between the Dallas Cowboys and the home team. I'm Kate Scott. Joining me, as always, my partner in crime, Brock Heward, and we are excited to bring you this NFL divisional round game. Well, excited, the word that you and I get to use, Brock, as do all these great fans in attendance, but for the players down on the field, I think a better word to discuss in this situation might be pressure.
I don't think there's any question about that, Kate. With every one of these playoff rounds, that pressure just grows. It increases. That Super Bowl gets closer and closer. And your game, what's got to increase with it. If you can't take your level of play up a notch from the previous week, can't rise to the occasion and find that extra gear to fit in the situation where
free up the middle, it's a breakaway, and that is a touchdown. The Dragons take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. The advent of a new style of kickoff in 2024 created all sorts of new strategies to generate big returns. And Brock, here, we see their own design executed to perfection to spring them for 6.
Yeah, I don't know if we've seen a rule change that has invigorated special teams coaches, head coaches, all the coaches, as much as this one did this offseason, each looking for their own wrinkle to try to throw in there and do what we just saw, breaking the length of the field for 6 big points.
You guys make it.
What do you think, Brock?
I wish they'd say that.
Kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away.
You know what I mean? Or all of a sudden it's
brings in
like
the kick at the 9.
super cold and it starts to snow.
And he pushes them up to the 30-yard line before
like
going out of
adaptive
bounds.
weather.
So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State 4th-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
Or it's like
Hey, we've hardly gotten into this game, and already he's headed out there with a mission right in front of him. His sideline, you can feel it. They're still stunned after the return put him in the immediate hole. It's now his responsibility to captain this offense downfield and at the very least neutralize the momentum, and ideally answer with a score of their own.
Gage makes the catch. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
On the move, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on third down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback.
I made them stumble, that's how you got them.
They're hungry for another.
Ha ha. All right, third 6-2. Let's go.
Let's see what they went with on third down. From the gun is Prescott. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jeremy Chin has got it. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. Just tried a little bit too hard to get that third down conversion. Brock wanted so badly to keep that opening series going, and that one cost him.
Yeah, I think it's less, Kate, in this case about the throw and much more about crediting the defense who was ready and willing to be opportunistic, not just knock that ball away.
Sorry, CD.
They wanted to take advantage of that opportunity, and they jumped on it.
Ahmed now for the point after.
All right, who needs to score with their offense when you got special
right down the middle,
defense,
it's good.
put points up on it.
And the Dragons drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Love it. Just keep it up there, boys.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. Dallas sending its offense out for the second time this game. They need some kind of score here, Brock, to keep this from getting away from him on the road in the postseason.
It's National Sausage Day.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up.
Errol.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Dak now from the gun. Ezekiel Elliott makes the catch. This is ahead for about 5. That was Jonathan Allen on the tackle.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Flush down now to his left. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. The Cowboys sending out their punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Starts his return from the 23. Escapes a defender. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken 2nd in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Jaden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the 2-time MVP, Jaden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC. And he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. And man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. 2nd and 10
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
It's Dotson on the catch. He's finally caught.
No,
He's down. Oh, no, it's out. And the Cowboys scoop it up.
You know, Kate, this is one of those circumstances where you got to play all the way through the whistle, right? Didn't look good defensively. Give up a big chunk.
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover.
Is under review.
All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin.
Elbow.
There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
After review of the play,
take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down.
You thought you maybe fumbled it there, didn't you, Diggs?
Daniels on first down. Forced out to his right. Has it at the 7. And he drives this forward to the 6. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal.
Go!
Ready.
Trying to run in. Eckler is in. Touchdown! The Dragons take a 20-zip lead. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field.
Get to safety.
And Brock, these guys are still searching. They are still searching for their first points, but beyond that, they don't even have a first down yet.
Not even one?
No, they're still searching. I know. Throwing on first is Prescott. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
This defense could not make a bigger statement out of the gate with this game. Man, the lead up to a ball game, trash talk. Right things said in the paper, bulletin board material, whatever it is. This defense took something personal, Kate, and they are taking it out on this quarterback.
No way,
They'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Nothing for them there. Maybe 1 yard. That's going to be 4th down.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. Absolutely crushed his 1st punt, and here's another huge one. Has it at the 45. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. A nice 15-yard pickup on the return. And they're going to be set up in great position to begin their drive. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Ready.
On 1st down, here's Eckler. And he runs this one in for the touchdown. The Dragons are running away so far. We've got a 27-zip game. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dragons continue piling onto this lead. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. And this drive, they need to come up with some type of answer because, well, Brock, we can almost hear those engines starting to gear up. They might have a boat race coming.
Yeah, I think everybody in the building can feel it. This has been so momentous one way, and as a competitor, you have got to stop that slide.
And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And third and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. That'll do it for one quarter of this NFC division. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They'll start out with third and maybe a couple inches at most. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Emmanuel Forbes makes the play. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. Second time he's had an errant throw taken back for 6 in this half, Brock. As a quarterback, how do you come back from this knowing there's so much game left?
How do you come back from it, or how do your family and friends come back from it? I know as I get older, I think about them more and more. As a competitor, you're just going to grit your teeth and do what you can. But for the loved ones following, that's a tough second pick 6 to watch.
That one right down the middle. And the Dragons grow their lead yet again. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Scott now to return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
Lay down. Knock it off. No. Well,
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. I think.
Back to the air. Prescott after that pick. That finds Elliott complete. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
From the 28.
That defense, it'll give up that completion every time. They don't just like it, they love it. Because it creates a fun little race between everybody coming downhill to go make that tackle. In this case, run him right out of bounds. Yeah! There we go!
Prescott now on 3rd down. That'll be complete to Elliott. And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
They'll go with another punt, which brings Brian Anger back to the field. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. He manages 13 on this punt return. And they're going to take over possession. Now this offense getting set to work here. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. So it'll be second down.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Second down and 10. Daniels. That's complete to Zach Ertz. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Let's go.
Trying the inside handoff to Eckler. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Ready.
Ball at the 33 for first down.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Couldn't connect
come on,
across
Dots.
the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
That is
Had that,
normally a
Dots.
gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Come on.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Pass is caught at the 9. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Dragons ballooning the first half lead even further. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Ahmed now for the point after.
By an underrated
The
team.
point after splits the uprights.
Embarrassed by an
Dragons
underrated
tack on
team.
7 more to their lead.
I mean, you're all 87 across the board for Cowboys. I mean, 84, 84, and 85. I think it was, we're 83, 83, 84, something like that. It's okay. We paid the rest. Call it in our favor.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Returning it from the 4. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Cowboys offense headed out there. And they're still looking for their first signs of life on offense. Haven't even been able to get a first down off this defense just yet. First and 10, Prescott. Looking for a target. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Okay. Can I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
Trying again following the sack. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, That is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
You know, it's tough to succeed a linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. The Dragons and Jahan Dotson about to take over on offense once again. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Pulled in by Dotson along the sideline. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1?
Nice
Move the chains.
tippy toes.
Play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Daniels back to throw. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. Jukes out a 1-stop. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on a screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Huh. Let's go.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag.
Ball start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker.
Here we go. Shot.
They'll run here following the penalty. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Dragons boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Ahmed now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dragons continue adding on to that lead. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Return starts from the goal line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden ratings hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. Prescott here from the gun. He's on the move. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. All down by Dorrance Armstrong. Throwing on 3rd and long. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Starts the return at the 34. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Officially a 55-yard launch. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He lofts it deep left. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
On 2nd and 10 now, Daniels. He's trying to go deep again. And that's caught in the end zone for the touchdown. The Dragons boat racing them to the halftime locker room. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Ahmed now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. The Cowboys taking over on offense. Not much time left before halftime. And we'll see if they try to establish some positive momentum before halftime here, Brock, or if they just choose to head off and lick their wounds.
Yeah! Here we go! Let's take...
First down, here's Dak. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is in! But I believe the Cowboys were the first to the football. They were, so they keep possession. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Looks like that last play convinces them to keep this one on the ground. And he's swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. Thank you to Luvu there for the tackle. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful.
Yeah, here we go! Let's take...
Once again, Elliott. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Brian Anger on now to punt. And he's been one of the players of this game. Getting about 50 yards of boots so far, and here's another quality effort. And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And they'll take over with minimal time remaining in the half. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Ready?
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown! So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Ahmed now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. He's going to field this at the 2. And he breaks the 20 on the return, but only just. That is one up to the 21 and out of bounds. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just before halftime, we get a timeout ticket. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. He'll throw it. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. So we're to halftime in this fight for a spot in the NFC Championship game. Now we'll get you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to deliver the EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. One of these two teams is going to move on to the conference championship. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings doing battle with the Seattle Seahawks. It was Austin Eckler who was the star of that first half. He was running with a purpose as he found the end zone 3 times in that first half. And that opposing defense had better come up with a scheme for slowing him down. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag if it's not already. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who, as our second half gets underway. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him.
So far.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run from Elliott. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Play made by Deron Payne. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On target to his man Gage. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Offense.
Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties
Still
say no,
down.
and it's got to come back. Offense to the line for 2nd down. From the gun is Prescott. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So they're left facing 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys.
Uh-oh, he can't escape. He's brought down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
He gets it away now from his own end zone. Fair catch called for and taken just beyond midfield. The Dragons and Terry McLaurin ready for another look on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Ready? Ready?
Daniels now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Okay, break.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. That's McLaurin on the quick slant. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. It's enough for a first down. Nice find by the rookie quarterback from LSU. Daniels from the pistol. Caught by Dotson on the slant. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Brought down by Deron Bland.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
This is Eckler on second. Broke through the tackle. Continuing to turn those legs inside the 25. He does it. Touchdown. The Dragons push their lead further to start the half. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop, because a broken tackle can mean a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights, and they'll continue adding to their lead. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Returnable from the 1. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing.
Throwing on first is Prescott. Dump off to his fullback. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Coach Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, "You have a tight end with his hand on the ground?" "Yes, Coach." "You have a fullback still in your roster?" "Yes, Coach." "And you're going to be just fine."
Dak now from the gun. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be first down, Dallas. Now Dak to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. On the toss, here's Elliott. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Jeremy Chin there on the stop. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that brings up 4th and short. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. Brian Anger, the one to send it away. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. The Dragons and running back Austin Eckler headed back to the field. And as this lead has grown, they have not taken their foot off the gas. No reason to expect them to slow down now on what could be a fourth consecutive touchdown drive. On first down, here's Daniels. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Play fake here. Daniels. Wow, wide open here. Complete. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They strike for 23 yards. And that gives them the first.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on first. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here we go, shot.
Now Daniels off the play action. Buying some time right. Now here he goes. Jukes one defender. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that will set up 1st and goal. We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC divisional round matchup. They've got possession, just 1 quarter from advancing in the postseason. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. And he stopped just a little short of the goal line. He's down to the 2. It's a pickup of 5, and that brings up 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Daniels. Escapes the pocket. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Dragons continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. Amen now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Scott now to return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Cowboys about set to take over. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. They've got first down from the 31. Dak to the air here. Throwing the out route complete. And he reaches the 35 before going out. Second and 6 coming up here.
Yeah! There we go! Attention!
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
Prescott now on third down. He's on the move. He's running. Oh, the football's loose. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first. Prescott here from the gun. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Mike Sandra still makes the play.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Now the shotgun give to Eckler. And he's got this down to the 40. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he...
Let's end this.
Something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And they took care of business just as you'd expect a 1 seed to do. And they're going to get to stay at home another week and welcome in another opponent with a conference title on the line.
I don't know why the Cowboys keep you, dude. But you're garbage.
So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Dragons emerge as winners as we say goodbye from Omaha.
When was the last time the Cowboys won a Super Bowl? 97, I think. Hey Siri, when was the last time the Cowboys won a Super Bowl? Yeah. Since then, they haven't done jack. And you think Dak is, well, what's the answer over there? No, I don't think so. Ooh, gonna be playing against Minnesota, huh? See how we did at ticket sales. Dude, we sold 11. Okay. Gotta be able to make that money, man. So we got that Pro Bowl. So we got 26 to spend. go with. Yeah, might as well. I need to work on that offensive line, man. I mean, you're doing pretty good for run. We do pretty good for passing, but overall, man, they suck. So, okay, let's get the weekly game plan out the way. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see, weekly game plan. Score 5 rushing touchdowns. 5 rushing touchdowns. Really? Uh, okay. I guess. Who do you think's gonna end up winning that? Okay, well, we're gonna end that one right here. We'll play the conference championship later, and I will talk to y'all next time. Um, Feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and the follow button, and don't forget the bell notification. That will let you know when I go live, um, doing my live streams. There might be another live going on later today. It just depends if I don't have too much stuff going on. It is the weekend. This is the time that I like to spend with my family, especially since the wife has the day off and I do have kids. So I like to try to spend a little bit of time with them and do things. You know. So, all right. Well, catch y'all later. Peace out.